This week on The Travel Show.
Carmen's chilling in northern Japan, despite a lack of snow. I'm in Brazil for the countdown to Carnival.
I don't know what I'm doing!
And we hit the road in America with one man and his very devoted dog.
This week, we're kicking off on Japan's northern island, Hokkaido. It's the country's winter playground, hosting skiers and snowboarders from everywhere. It's also home to one of the world's most famous winter events, the Sapporo Snow Festival. But sadly, milder temperatures and drier conditions have led to problems for organizers this year. So Carmen's pulled on her snow boots and headed north to see how they're coping.
The wide open spaces of Hokkaido. At any time of year, people come here to be outdoors, but especially in January and February, the height of the ski season. The resorts on Hokkaido are globally renowned, partly because of the quality of the snow. But also there's a real diversity in the landscape, which provides fast black runs, gentle nursery slopes, and loads of backcountry off-piste skiing. But this year, there's been a problem.
It's the lowest snowfall on record in Japan since 1961. And at this resort here, they had to delay their opening by 1 month because there just wasn't enough snow.
そうですね、雪の量は今年が極端に、少なくてですね、ここ数年少なくなってきてはいたんですけども、ここまで少なくなっている年は今までなかったですね。今後はやはり、少しずつやはり雪の量は少なくなってくる、そんな気もいたします。
So do you think skiing as a pastime, a winter pastime, might be in danger?
そうですね。今年はやはり雪が少なかったので、スキーですとか、あとはスノーボードですとか、そういった、冬のウィンタースポーツの大会が中止になったりとか、ありましたので、この後の雪の状況によってはやっぱりそのスノースポーツこの辺も、大変になってくるかと思います。
All of this is difficult to hear if this is the highlight of your sporting year. But the weather's had an even bigger impact at the bottom of the hill. This is the Sapporo Snow Festival, held every February right in the heart of Hokkaido's capital. It's a big deal and famous internationally. About 2 million visitors come every year. Most people come for the incredible snow sculptures.
It started in 1950 as a way for high school students to publicly display their sculptures. But now it's grown into something quite different.
Teams come from all over the world to compete, and for me, watching them sweat is just as much fun as seeing the final result.
Gosh, this is serious business. Look at this man here. He's even got a sculpture, a mini version. Hi.
Hi.
What's it going to be?
It's going to be the legend of Pele, the fire goddess.
Pele? Oh.
The fire goddess on the big island, the volcano Kilauea. They say that when the flames would go to the heavens, she would do a hula to the gods.
Wow.
Her spirit would be inside the fire.
So this is the Australian entry, and it's going to be eventually a waratah, which is an indigenous bush flower.
Because we've had bushfires over summer, and the flower is like a beacon in the Australian bush, and it's going to regenerate after the fire. So we're going to do this beautiful flower with a beautiful flower head, and it's going to regenerate, and it's an ode to the bushfires from summer in our country in Australia.
Great.
This is our team up on the on the top.
Hi guys. Hi.
Konnichiwa from Japan.
So how long have you got? Tell me the logistics about the Snow Festival competition.
There's 11 international teams and we're all equally given the same amount of tools, and we've got 4 days. So we work from 9 o'clock in the morning till 9 at night. We can have breaks whenever we want. Basically today we're marking out, and each day we'll progressively remove the snow and then start to put the detail and finish off the beautiful flower of the Waratah.
So what are the conditions like this year compared to last year?
There's a lack of snow this year. It's been reported that the snowfall is 40 days late, they said. So
Wow.
there should be a lot more snow. And in past years, we've been standing against a sign, and the snow's been up to the bottom of that sign. So we're actually standing,
Wow.
we're really low. With the good quality snow, it's really easy to cut and carve. The snow quality is a bit less than we have, but it is snowing now, which is great.
As this year's festival opened, the hills around the city were measuring a snowfall of about 60 centimetres. Normally, it's close to a metre. So where did all the materials come from? Well, a massive logistics operation swung into action. Thousands of lorries scooped up snow from around the island and brought it into Sapporo.
去年は雪が約、トラック6000台分ぐらい、だったのに対して、今年は6000台以上大幅にトラックを使ってですね、雪を運んできたところです。ここまで雪不足になってしまうとなかなか難しいところもあるんですけど、雪を遠く、例えばニセコの方だったりとか、そこから雪を持ってきたり、あとは雪像の大きさを少し、調整をして雪不足になりながらも雪祭りができるように私たちとしては努力していきたいと思っています。私も7年雪祭りやってるんですけれども、ここまで雪不足になったことはなかったんですけれども。
Let's hope next year doesn't show a further decline. And by the way, if you're interested in how the Australian entry turned out, here it is. The Waratah flower, symbol of the country's resilience following those forest fires. And the winners? Well, for the 3rd year in a row, first prize went to Thailand for this mother and baby sea turtle.
Well, if you're still keen to hit the slopes, here's the travel show guide to some places other than Japan you might want to think about. 2 of Scandinavia's biggest resorts are now much easier to get to. Scandinavian Mountains Airport opened in December and serves Norway's biggest resort, Trysil and Sälen in Sweden. Sälen's only a 10-minute drive, but you can also book a transfer by dog sled. The airport's served by London, Copenhagen, and Arlberg. If you're in Europe and would rather not fly, there are plenty of seasonal train options running to the resorts in Austria. There's another month left on the Alpen Express, for instance, the sleeper train which runs all the way from the Netherlands through Germany to a number of stations that serve about 100 different resorts. It's one way to shave a substantial amount off the carbon footprint of your trip. And if you can't get your act together before the end of the season in the Northern Hemisphere, there's always Copenhagen in the Danish capital, open all year round. It's an artificial slope built onto the side of what they say is the cleanest waste-to-energy power plant in the world. Once you're done with skiing, you can try tobogganing, climbing, or hiking. And if you want, you can book ahead to have a peek of the incinerator inside.
Still to come on the travel show. I'm getting ready for this year's carnival here in Rio. And we meet an easy riding duo taking on an incredible journey across the USA together. So don't go away. This week, we're in Rio de Janeiro, a city certainly not lacking in color. There's graffiti, there's music, but nothing quite prepared me for this. This is the Celeron Staircase, first created 30 years ago by Chilean artist Jorge Celeron as a way to brighten up his local neighborhood. There are more than 200 of these kaleidoscopic steps. It's a bit like a giant I Spy. There's photos, little mosaic tiles of Princess Diana, Bob Marley, Kazakhstan, right in the middle. As its fame grew, people from all over the world contributed tiles to the project. For Celeron, it was accumulation of his life's work. He died in 2013, his body found at the foot of the stairs. But his creation lives on. Today, it's a big tourist attraction in a largely safe section of the city. Get here after 10 in the morning and you'll probably be jostling for space. This is Jorge Celeron's legacy. Tiles were sent here from all over the world to create it. Now tourists come from all over the world to enjoy it. It really is a special spot here in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Up next, it's time for another of our incredible journeys. Michael Fiarla and his best buddy, a Siberian husky called Socks, are partway through a truly amazing road trip across America. Their aim is to take on all 50 states and 61 national parks, and, as you can imagine, they're turning quite a few heads as they do it. We caught up with them as they arrived in Florida.
My name is Michael Fiala, and this is my dog Socks, and we are currently traveling all over the country. We're trying to visit every single state and every single national park in the country, all on a motorcycle. This all started when I actually went on a trip abroad and I wasn't able to bring Socks with me. And when I got back, the greeting that he gave me, it was really heartwarming, but it also made me feel kind of bad because I knew that he was really upset that I was gone for so long. So I kind of rearranged my bucket list to do all the things that I could do with Socks.
His safety is my absolute most important thing. I know that my eyes are on the road at all times, that I am fully attentive to what's going on. At this point in time, he's now got almost 3,000 hours on a motorcycle. And so I'm not concerned with Socks falling off because he knows how to shift his weight, he knows how to hold on to me.
Every national park has blown me away, just the cosmetic beauty of it, looking across a landscape that you've seen nothing that looks like that in your life. It's really impressive. And then of course the fact that every single time I'm there and I'm enjoying some sort of view, I look down and my dog is doing the exact same thing. He's taking in the experience just as much as I am. My best memories with him was when we were actually in Big Bend National Park in Texas, and we were driving on a highway and a deer actually ran across the road. I saw the deer run across and then run into the woods. But when I actually looked back on his GoPro, you could see that he watched the deer run into view and then traced it as it was running off in the woods. I'm enjoying all these moments, but when I look at film like that and see that he was seeing the same thing I was, to me that's really special. I get a lot of people who say, well, you should strap him down so that he's secured to the bike. But it's a common misconception. Truly, the safest thing for a motorcyclist is to be able to get away from the bike. So God forbid if anything ever did happen, the best case scenario is for us to be away from the motorcycle, away from the accident.
Whoa, don't go in there, it's too... Oh, buddy, you are gonna be cold tonight.
I'm doing this because there's too many people that say, I wish I did in their life. I don't want to be one of those people. I want to say I did the things I wanted to do, and I don't want to wait until I'm much older to say, okay, now I can go live life. To me, you don't know how long your life is going to be, so you should just live it. And I have to include him because he's living it too.
Sucks! You see that? This weekend, millions of people across Brazil are preparing for the world's biggest party, Carnival. The main celebration in Rio de Janeiro lasts 5 days, but the action does not stop there. Over 500 parties line the streets of Rio during Carnival season, and this year, you're in luck because the mayor has more than doubled the celebration, from 23 days to 50. So in 2020, there's plenty of time to join the fun. Carnival began here almost 300 years ago as a ball for the Portuguese elites. But since then, it's opened up to everyone. Local groups called samba schools prepare all year round for the event, designing floats, costumes, and planning epic dance routines. These schools are often located in poor neighborhoods, which beyond carnival preparations, also provide havens for local children, teaching them vital skills that help them later in life. Is this you in the photo?
Yeah.
It's gotta be, right? Wait, this one.
Yes, that's me.
The smile's the same. King benefited firsthand from the social outreach provided by her samba school.
You know, when you grow in a favela, you don't have a lot of opportunities. So when you get a chance to have one opportunity, you just grab it. So I started at the social project. I was about 9. And then I got a chance to learn English. That's why I'm communicating with you, because I got the course for free through the social project. So this is the part that most of people don't know. There's a behind scenes. They are worried about people that actually be part of the samba schools, right? So party is good, but the social idea, it's much more important.
Patchy public funding means the samba schools have to find clever ways to support themselves. King's School, Grande Rio, has turned to tourism. They've opened the doors of their workshop to those who want to catch a glimpse of the monumental effort that goes into Carnival's centerpiece parade. Along with other ex-samba school students, King is now one of the tour guides here. Wow.
This is the backstage of the carnival.
This is the most fun I've ever seen in a warehouse.
I think so. We have actually 6 floats in here.
Only 6 floats?
Only 6. Inside of this warehouse, only 6.
I guess I assume this was a float, that's another float, that's a third float, but they're going to be the size of city blocks almost. It'd be massive.
Yes.
You can really see the scale of the operation. The parade is a serious business. The samba schools all compete against each other for a big cash prize. Each school keeps their plans and designs top secret. So much of Rio Grande's workshop is strictly off limits to tourists. But I've been allowed a rare, behind-the-scenes look. I'm having a hard time understanding this. This is all for your parade.
It is. This is only for our samba school. All this warehouse, all those costumes is ours.
All the welding, the sewing, the machines, everybody's working on one show, your parade.
Yes, everything. We can have about 3,000 costumes easily.
So this is one shell out of thousands, because it looks like these headdresses have 5, 6, 8 maybe per headdress. There'd be 100 headdresses. I think the last time I did arts and crafts, I was probably in grade 5. I have not worked with sparkles in a very long time. This is the part I'm good at. Ready?
Okay. But not that bad for our first one, huh?
You think so?
Dan, he said it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Somehow I don't believe him. Grande Rio has been running for more than 30 years. The school's current leader, Camila, has grown up with it.
We have like an educational program called the School of Carnival. And we have many courses all through the year for free. When you meet the families and the kids and you understand the passion that they have, why not to get this and transform in a tool of education, especially in Brazil, places that needs a lot of effort to make people's life better. Okay, of course, parade, it's amazing, it's something that the kids love, but all year long, you need something more for these kids.
Camilla's School of Carnival gives these children hope, and 3 times a week, they all come together to rehearse for the highlight of their year, the Carnival Parade.
Moments like this is why I travel. I don't exactly know what's going on, but it's a rehearsal?
Yes, this is the place where we actually do the rehearsal. So as you can see, it's an enormous place.
We can get involved, apparently. I don't know what I'm doing. But maybe that's half the fun. Behind me in this building, a whole new generation is finding their best life through drums, dance, and a whole lot of fun. I think if we learned something today, it's that Carnival's much more than a party in Brazil. It's part of its soul. Well, that's all for this week. But coming up next week,
I'm continuing my journey through South America by heading across the border into Argentina to find out how one of the continent's most fearsome predators might just hold the key to saving some of its most stunning scenery.
Oh my, guys, this is, when you make eye contact with a beast this size, your heart just goes,
so make sure not to miss it. But for now, from me, Mike, Corey, and the rest of the Travel Show team here in beautiful Brazil, it's goodbye.